What's cracking, YouTube? It was your boy Woo, and I'm back on this lovely morning. You feel me? I got another reaction for y'all. So yeah, like, you feel me? How y'all been? I know, like, I'm still gonna drop the fucking Lil Durk interview part 3 and part 4. You feel me? And yeah, you feel me? That's gonna be a little part series, cause I genuinely wanna watch that shit. So you feel me? I might as well make contact on it. But this video, we ain't even on that. You feel me? It's a whole, you feel me? We got a whole, we got a regular programming. You feel me? We back to like a regular little reaction video. So without further ado, I'm gonna get back up with y'all when I got everything set up. I got everything set up and shit. Yeah, you feel me? I'm all smiles and shit. You feel me? Niggas getting some progress on, I guess. Like, you feel me? My fucking car, I need a motherfucking oil change. You feel me? My oil change is at 11 o'clock. It's 10, almost 10:30. So, you know, I already know, bro. I'm just getting this content out. Got this nice wood road. I'm finna get my fucking oil change. You feel me? Like, it's, yeah, you gotta enjoy the little shit, bro. The little shit. Oh, yeah. I got 3 of my family members, grandma and 2 of my aunties. They want some of the merch. You feel me? My beloved merch. I'm gonna drop that shit in the I'm gonna drop it right here. But you feel me? Yeah, like, y'all can check out the merch at www.belovedapparel22.com. You feel me? At beloved.com on Instagram. Look up Beloved Apparel. You feel me? Yeah, like, we got a whole clothing brand, black owned, black made, nigga, gangster. Yeah, but I ain't gonna do no fucking talking. Hold up. All right, yeah, I got the screen recorded. Let's get this shit, man. Audit the audit. Fuck with him. I be watching this nigga on my own time. So shit.
Officers from the Erie Police Department SWAT team, Pennsylvania State Police Fugitive Task Force, and U.S. Marshals arrived at the Erie, Pennsylvania.
Why the fuck all them? Why they all arrive at the same spot though? What the fuck? That right there's a red flag. Like, you got the fire department, the marshals, and the SWAT going in your crib. What the fuck you on? What the fuck you doing?
2-year-old Lance Thornton, who suffers from early onset dementia. Mr. Thornton's doorbell camera captured footage of the officers removing it from its installation location and throwing it into Mr. Thornton's yard, after which the officers knocked on the door. When Mr. Thornton, who was sleeping at the time, did not get to the door quickly enough, they started to break down the door. Mr. Thornton came to the door before they broke it down completely, and the officers asked him to step outside. After explaining that he suffered from dementia, Mr. Thornton took out his cell phone and began to film the encounter.
We're not here for you.
Y'all not here.
I'm being told to put my phone.
Y'all not here for me, but y'all at my door. Make it make sense, bro. I don't fuck with police, cuz. Like, if y'all don't know me, cuz, that's one thing y'all better know about Concrete. Whoa, that nigga don't fuck with the police. If you got a family member that's the police, nigga, fuck you and them. If your mom the police, fuck that bitch. Your dad, he a dead nigga. Yo, yeah, I genuinely don't like the police. Like, genuine. Like, that shit's genuine. Like, it's genuine. You feel me? Like, I could go all day why I don't like the police, my nigga. For one, nigga, it's the shit that they done to me. You feel me? Like, I had guns pulled on me. Shit, I had guns pulled on me with my friends. Guns pulled on me with my dad. Nigga, squad don't give a fuck. So fuck them, man. Fuck.
I was told I had a right to pull up. That is my rental car.
Not the rental.
You're not allowed to.
Look at him, mud.
Then you tell me right now.
Look at these niggas.
No, you can.
Cuz got a riot. Cuz saying relax when you got that, a riot shield, nigga, a bulletproof portable wall, nigga. Telling me to chill, nigga. No.
That's who we're looking for. He in your house, right? Is he in your house right now?
No, there's nobody in my house.
Wanted for attempted homicide, 3 officers. Okay, we're not here for anything else. We're here for that.
Okay.
3
Can
homicides.
we go in and look to make sure he's
No.
No, I swear to you right now. Okay, right now. No, I don't know him. I do not like your attitude and the way you came across. Because I said, I'm going to pull my phone out of my pocket, and you said yes. When I say I'm going to start recording, you told me to turn it off.
Fuck that. They all, bro, police always talk about we have our body camera on. Nigga, what do that mean, bro? Y'all, it take, you know, cause it's not, you can't get a police recording of their body camera like you can off of your fucking phone, my nigga. Like, you feel me? You can. You can access your phone, your photos, nigga, right there and then. You gotta get paperwork, court papers, and have time for them to delete shit and edit shit, man. Fuck the police, man. Record the police. Always record the police. Always, nigga. Any time I get pulled over, nigga, I'm recording. You never know who you gonna come across and shit. The last time I got pulled over, niggas arrested me for a DUI. I don't smoke. I mean, I don't drink and I barely smoke. It was a DUI for marijuana. Come on. And I got court coming up in a couple days. I hope I beat it. Please. Like,
Get out every one of these because I do not know what's going on here.
shit make me mad, bro. I fucking hate the police.
I always have 3 officers. Okay, a tip came in. This guy is staying at your house. Understand? Over the weekend.
Who are you guys with?
U.S. Marshals, EPD SWAT.
What's
PSP,
EPD?
Police.
Okay, keep going.
And PSP.
They got the U.S. Marshals, the police department, and SWAT.
What's PSP?
Pennsylvania State Police.
Okay, I'm shaking right now. Right now, if this is true, what you're telling me,
Yes.
I give you full permission, full run of my house.
You know this guy.
Sir, I already answered that question, asked and answered.
But here's the deal. There's a reason why this tip was called into the marshals. There's a connection between you and this guy. Now, it might not be directly.
What?
Okay, do you have
I need a lawyer.
Here or not? Just
I need a lawyer. This nigga said it's a direct connection between you and the nigga who we suited and booted up for. Nigga, no, bro. I need a lawyer. Get off my property. You can't search shit. Eat a dick. You eat a dick. You can't search shit.
My wife is an ER doctor.
who's your wife?
That don't mean shit. That don't.
Girl.
No,
Nobody else?
no,
Okay, who?
my daughter.
Okay, where does she stay at?
The
She
word.
lives in Washington, D.C. This is my daughter.
Whoa, I was never telling her where my daughter stay at. Like, nigga, don't fucking worry about it, bro.
Again, this is a tip that's called into from
Yo, this is
the
like,
Marshals and PSP hotline. Okay.
I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but people like this, I work with people like this, insecurity. These niggas is just, look at the cop face, bro. He's a bitch. He's pussy. Like, he got hella shit. Got the glove, the body cam, the pins, and the, bro, like, that shit don't make y'all like, yo, I get the ick.
This guy.
I get the ick fucking with 12, bro.
Go inside, guys. Go inside.
No! Bro, telling this nigga to go inside is like, bro, you're giving him access to your fucking bait, bro. You're giving him access to your anything, nigga, to where you put your head at, where you shit at, where you eat at, where you might do some illegal activities at, nigga. Why, bro? Bro. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, bro. I gotta spark this shit while we wait for this shit to, This shit happened on one of my other videos. I edited the fuck out, which was beautiful, the way I edited it. But damn, I don't want to stop this shit, boy. Yeah, y'all, that shit get critical. Let me spark my spark. Sparkity spark spark. Why? Alright, so this is like, it's clearly not working right.
More than just 2 guys, but that's why we're here is the show force we are.
Who's fixing my door? Because you broke it the way you kicked it.
It's not
No,
It's
I
not
saw
broken.
the inside.
the door.
Yes, whoever was kicking that door when I was coming downstairs peacefully, you had to hear my feet coming. Someone's paying for this, so go ahead, do your thing.
That's fine.
Do your
That's
job.
fine. Man, this shit fucking freezing on us, y'all. Hold up. I know what I gotta do.
I'm so scared right now and so mad.
I appreciate it.
Do you guys have a warrant, by the way? No, you have a warrant from a house. I'm just asking so I know. You don't have a...
You gave us consent.
I'm giving
No.
you consent, but I can withdraw it at any time, right? Because I'm scared right now.
You're not taking your house. You don't want anything in your house, but just go up.
The officers informed Mr. Thornton that although they do not have a search warrant for his home, they can enter because they have his consent, which the officers believe to be valid, despite the fact that Mr. Thornton informed him that he has dementia. In the 1981 case of Stigold versus United States, the Supreme Court determined that the warrantless
This is where it
entry
get
into a home
interesting
to
in.
arrest a non-resident violated the Fourth Amendment, despite the fact that the officers had an arrest warrant, because, quote, absent exigent circumstances or consent, an entry into a private dwelling to conduct a search or or effect an arrest is unreasonable without a warrant. Now, while the court noted that the arrest warrant would permit the officers to enter the suspect's own residence, it determined that it did not authorize the officers to enter.
Yo, how the fuck? So they saying that he forgot that he just told them they could come in, or make it make sense. Hold up, y'all. Y'all, we back. My fault.
For someone else's home in order to arrest the suspect when the homeowner did not consent, the officers were not in hot pursuit of the suspect, and no other exigent circumstances existed. Therefore, because the officers did not have a warrant to enter Mr. Thornton's residence and no exigent circumstances appeared to exist, the officers could not enter Mr. Thornton's home without his consent. As the Supreme Court explained in the 2006 case of Georgia versus Randolph, one exception.
So, am I tweaking, or do y'all remember when this nigga just said that the cops could search his crib? Or that's where his dementia comes into play at? Nah, this one a little, but it do say cops are legally right. All right.
To the rule prohibiting the warrantless entry of a person's house, quote, recognizes the validity of searches with the voluntary consent of an individual possessing authority. The Supreme Court held in the 1973 case of Schneckloth versus Bustamante that, quote, it is only by analyzing all the circumstances of an individual consent that it can be ascertained whether in fact it was voluntary or coerced. And that, quote, examining all the surrounding circumstances to determine if in fact the consent to search was coerced, account must be taken of subtly coercive police questions, as well as the possibly vulnerable subjective state of the person who consents. However, it is important to note that when analyzing whether a consent to search was given voluntarily, courts focus primarily on the officer's understanding of the situation,
I was about to say,
rather than whether or not the individual actually.
Because you know they don't give a fuck about the civilians, you feel me? It's always the cop word against yours. In most cases, it's the cop word against yours unless you got some fucking some moolah.
Will be consented. For instance, in the 2005 case of U.S. versus Guerrero, the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals noted that, quote, the focus is not whether Guerrero subjectively consented, but rather whether a reasonable officer would believe consent was given. In the 2020 case of U.S. versus Quesada Laura, the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals noted that, quote, our cases have never required perfect mental ability to find a consent to search was voluntary, and ultimately determined that a consent to search was valid despite an individual's dementia because, quote, the extent of his impairment at the time of his consent to search was not severe, and the agents involved in obtaining the consent testified that, quote, no aspect of the dysfunction was apparent to them. So based on this precedent, it seems most probable that a court would determine that the officers reasonably believed Mr. Thornton's consent was voluntary based on his demeanor and apparent understanding of the situation and his rights. However, the officers were on notice that Mr. Thornton suffered from dementia.
Okay.
Stated that he was scared and confused.
There you go. There you go, right there, bro. I ain't know that the cops knew he had dementia. That's where I'm like, the fuck? It wasn't making sense to me. But the cops know. So the cops, they abusing their authority right now. They abusing the fact that this is a forgetful ass nigga right here. We could be efficient. We could swim around. We could swim around this motherfucker. You feel me? Like that's what the cops is getting at. This is why, you know, he's like, oh, I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. Alright, he genuinely was scared and he genuinely knew what was going on.
So it is also possible that a court could conclude that his consent was not effective. Although, given the low standard required to prove voluntariness, this outcome seems unlikely.
Ambulances, a SWAT truck, lots of cars, and a rude officer.
Sound about white.
What's the relationship with my daughter?
I'll explain it. I'm not with this go on. Okay.
Why? This is total transparency because I've just given you permission to walk into my house. I can withdraw it right now. So you tell me now where I withdraw. I'm gonna draw this consent. Sirs, get out of my house. I'm withdrawing consent.
Yeah. How the fuck you not gonna tell me some shit that's involving my fucking daughter? Oh, I can't tell you that. Nigga, then get the fuck out of here then. You can't tell me shit? Alright, then I can't help you. Yeah. He should have had this attitude in the jump though. Fuck trying to prove your innocence, nigga. You know you innocent, nigga. You innocent, nigga. Fuck. I know they ain't right though, but nigga, that's how I'm feeling, cause I'm a Scorpio.
I am withdrawing consent. Do you now hear it? You're on camera. They're still moving forward.
I love phones, man.
They're still going in. I withdrew my
record
consent.
these
You guys
niggas.
even knew I could do it. They're still searching. I already told them out.
Little Band-Aid.
I said, can I withdraw consent? And you said yes on camera.
You can, yes.
And I did. I not just withdraw it.
So I'm telling you what's going on.
Right now, they're doing an illegal search of my house.
Damn, nah, he's smart. He got dementia. Y'all, he got dementia, but this nigga smart. That's smart. Now you got a little lawsuit, I think. Like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, you feel me? Now he got a little lawsuit. Like, yeah, nigga. I told you to get out. Oh, you want to get out? Bet. And it's on camera. Bet. They on camera saying, cause we can play it back, but y'all can play it back. This nigga asked the cop, so I could withdraw my consent anytime. Like, which meaning I could say y'all could go in, but at any time I'm like, all right, y'all can get out now. The cop said, yeah. Now y'all don't want to get out. That's what it's problems now.
I have Alzheimer's. I have dementia right now, and I'm really scared.
Okay. Well, there's no reason to be scared. We're not
I
here.
told
That's not what
him
you're supposed
to
to
stop
say.
the consent until I got the truth, and you already told him, and it's still searching my house.
Here's the thing.
I have enough security cameras in there. They're on secure. They heard me withdraw consent, and they're still continuing in there after I withdrew it.
Mr. Thornton argues that the officers are searching his home illegally because they continued to search after he withdrew his consent. The Supreme Court has not expressly established that an individual may withdraw consent to search that they have voluntarily given. However, in the 1980 case of Walter versus United States, the court explained that, quote, when an official search is properly authorized, whether by consent or by the issuance of a valid warrant, the scope of the search is limited by the terms of its authorization. And in the 1991 case of Florida versus Gimeno, it stated that, quote, a suspect may, of course, delimit as he chooses the scope of the search to which he consents. Based in part on this precedent, the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over Pennsylvania,
They ain't
held
fucking with
in
Jersey.
the 2018 case of United States versus Williams that the subject of a consensual search may terminate the search by withdrawing their consent, noting that, quote, our sister circuits that have considered whether individuals may withdraw consent to search have unanimously answered in the affirmative, and citing decisions from the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th circuits recognizing the right to
I'm in the
withdraw
7th
consent. The
district.
Third Circuit also clarified that once an individual has voluntarily consented to a search, they can only withdraw their consent through, quote, an act or statement that an objective viewer would understand as an expression of his desire to no longer be searched. Here, Mr. Thornton unequivocally revoked his consent by explicitly stating that he was withdrawing his consent multiple times, and a court would almost certainly determine that the officers violated the Fourth Amendment by continuing to search his home after hearing these statements.
Got him.
Because I want the truth. I got no.
So they violating the Fourth Amendment. Boom. Money. Get them niggas.
The truth. What do you mean? I'm not telling you the truth.
Let me finish, and I apologize. I'm getting frustrated. I'm standing out here in the cold in pajamas. I said, I'm going to reach in my pocket. I'm going to grab my phone.
Yes.
And I was told yes. And then I said, I'm going to start recording. And then I started hearing officers tell me, no, put the phone away. I'm not allowed to record. I have all this going on. And then they still continue to go through there after knowing right now they're doing an illegal search.
Here's the thing. I radioed to them to tell them to stop.
I stood right here. They stared at me when I told them I withdraw consent. So right now, my Fourth Amendment is being violated.
This is, like I told you, this has to do with a wanted person who's wanted for attempted
Right.
homicide. We received a tip through Crime Stoppers regarding this. Okay? And the tip said that person was at your residence from this weekend.
The officers informed Mr. Thornton that they received an anonymous Crime Stoppers tip that the suspect was staying at Mr. Thornton's house, and that the
What the fuck is a Crime Stopper tip? Like, bro, these anonymous tips be getting people fucking crazy positions. Like, when are they gonna crack down on that, huh? Like, the actual fucking people who are calling the cops to whatever scenario in the first place. Fuck the police. They putting these people in these situations with majority of these crazy ass cops. These cops that don't fucking know the laws. The cops that are fucking know the law who are abusing it, trying to finesse it. You feel me? Like, these people need to be held accountable, my nigga. Like, Not even it's the officer. Like, I don't see nobody who ever know anonymous call. Like, cuz, what the fuck is an anonymous call, my nigga? Like, fuck that shit. Nigga, I can make an anonymous call right now. Like, is the cops gonna show up and start fucking with my neighbor or some shit? Like, real shit. Like, what the fuck? The fuck is an anonymous tip? Or are they gonna like, oh yeah, you made the anonymous tip. I feel like they would arrest me. Like, genuinely, I feel like I would get arrested because I'm black if I try to make an anonymous tip. Like, you feel me?
Tip was the basis for their search. In the 1983 case of Illinois versus Gates, the Supreme Court held that when determining whether an anonymous tip gives rise to the probable cause necessary to issue a warrant, courts must apply a totality of the circumstances analysis that considers an informant's so-called veracity, reliability, and basis of knowledge. In reaching this conclusion, the court reasoned that, quote, informants' tips doubtless come in many shapes and sizes from many different types of persons. And, quote, informants' tips, like all other clues and evidence coming to a policeman on the scene, may vary greatly in their value and reliability. Applying this precedent to a Terry stop, the Supreme Court concluded in the 1990 case of Alabama versus White that because, quote, an anonymous tip alone seldom demonstrates the informant's basis of knowledge or veracity, and given that, quote, the veracity of persons supplying anonymous tips is, by hypothesis, largely unknown and unknowable, an uncorroborated anonymous tip standing alone, quote, would not warrant a man of reasonable caution in the belief that a stop was appropriate. Although the court clarified that, quote, this is not to say that an anonymous caller could never provide the reasonable suspicion necessary for a Terry stop, it also noted that, quote, some tips completely lacking in indicia of reliability would either warrant no police response or require further investigation before a forcible stop of a suspect would be authorized. Based on the information available, it seems highly likely that a court would conclude that the Crime Stoppers tip alone did not give the officers the probable cause they needed to obtain a warrant to search Mr. Thornton's home, or even reasonable suspicion for that matter, as the anonymous tipster seemed to simply assert that the suspect was staying there without any additional information that could be used to assess the credibility of the tip. In fact, in an interview with the Real News Network about the incident, Mr. Thornton reported that the officers had applied for a warrant.
A judge, it says, in fact, the judge was so suspicious of the probable cause officers had for the raid, he refused to sign off on the warrant. Oh, shit.
Before coming to his home, and it was denied by the judge for a lack of probable cause.
Right now, there's an...
So y'all not even supposed to be there, nigga. Y'all don't even have a warrant. Y'all try to get a warrant and the judge said no. Bro, what happens to the cops? Like, nah. What happens to the police? What happens to this bitch ass nigga in the camera? Like, nigga, what? They really be breaking the law. This is crazy.
That's what I care about, because I wanted them out. I totally respect your position. I totally respect what you're doing. I know you guys are scared. You guys somebody wanted. But I do not understand the show of force and the aggressiveness towards me, because this is my home. I gave you my medical condition, and you guys still are doing this. See, they're upstairs now. You said they're on their way out.
After completing their search of Mr. Thornton's home and not finding the suspect, the officers eventually left. According to a GoFundMe campaign started by Mr. Thornton's daughter, as a result of the officers' actions, Mr. Thornton's front door could not be securely shut or locked, and his doorbell camera was broken. The GoFundMe also reports that the carpet in 2 bedrooms was ruined by a dark substance that looked like paint or tar that seemed to have been tracked in on one of the officers' shoes. Following the interaction, Mr. Thornton filed a request for the body camera footage and other material related to the interaction, but his request was denied after a lengthy exchange with the Pennsylvania State Police, who directed Mr. Thornton to file his request with the U.S. Marshals Services, as they were the lead authority on the scene at the time. As of the writing of this episode, Mr. Thornton has not received any body camera footage related to this incident. Mr. Thornton also suffered a stroke shortly after this encounter, which he believes to be a direct result of this interaction. Overall, the officers get an F for destroying Mr. Thornton's personal property, failing to properly account for Mr. Thornton's dementia diagnosis, and violating the Fourth Amendment.
Yo, that's a fucking shit. This is a fucking video for y'all. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna come back with y'all with a Lil Durk part 3 in a little bit. And I'm also, you know, I might do another Steve vocals, because as y'all can see, the first one, that shit been crazy. But make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. I'm out. This medium. That's the shit I got on hand right now. Or if you want to wait for, cause let me know.